You're in danger.
We have a problem. Let's go get Britt.
General Hospital.
However, in the coming week, there will be difficult news for Maxie's loved ones, while Michael meets with Molly, who is sure to spill the beans about what she saw. Molly will later confront Christina over Cody, while Drew will threaten Michael over withholding the kids from Willow, despite the judge's orders. Jason makes a request. Maxie's loved ones get difficult news. Rick gets a shock. Martin briefs Laura. Alexis loses her cool. General Hospital spoilers, Tuesday, August 26, 2025. Ava issues a warning. Lucy confides in Sidwell. Brennan is conflicted. Michael meets with Molly. Cody opens up to Dante. General Hospital spoilers, Wednesday, August 27, 2025. Portia doesn't like what she sees. Willow makes an offer. Gio and Marco find common ground. Molly confronts Christina. Brooklyn is encouraged. General Hospital spoilers, Thursday, August 28, 2025. Sunny offers reassurance. Trina makes a discovery. Gio and Dante connect. Portia crosses a line. Drew puts the screws to Michael. General Hospital spoilers, Friday, August 29, 2025. Britt becomes suspicious. Stella shares her fears. Trina asks Kai for help. Elizabeth is taken aback. Carly receives an offer. The week of August 25th through August 29th on General Hospital explodes into a firestorm of familial conflict, corporate espionage, and deeply personal betrayals, proving that in Port Charles, blood is not always thicker than water, and the quest for power and principle can shatter even the strongest of bonds. At the heart of the chaos is Drew Kane, a man once defined by his unwavering moral compass, now seemingly possessed by a ruthless, calculating drive that leaves his loved ones stunned and terrified. His transformation, fueled by his time in Pikeman's shadowy embrace and his burning hatred for Cyrus Renaud, reaches a terrifying crescendo as he sets his sights on the final obstacle in his path to complete control of Aurora Media, his own nephew, Michael Corinthos. The boardroom becomes a battlefield as Drew, armed with the cold, hard logic of a corporate raider and the intimidating presence of a seasoned operative, issues a stark ultimatum to Michael. This is not the gentle Drew who advocated for peace. This is a man willing to wield his power like a cudgel, threatening not just Michael's position but his entire future, forcing his nephew to confront the horrifying reality that the man he once considered an uncle is now his most dangerous adversary. The confrontation is brutal, a verbal and psychological showdown that leaves Michael reeling, not just from the professional threat but from the profound personal betrayal, forcing him to question every alliance and consider just how far he himself is willing to go to protect his family's empire from the very person who is supposed to help steward it. Simultaneously, the other branch of the Quartermain-Davis clan is tearing itself apart in a deeply intimate and painful drama that stands in stark contrast to the corporate war at Aurora. The fallout from Christina's unexpected and devastating decision to side with Blaze's mother, Judith, in her vicious lawsuit against Molly continues to ripple outward, destroying the once unbreakable bond between the sisters. Molly Lansing, still raw and reeling from the court's decision that stripped her of the dream of motherhood and now further eviscerated by her own sister's betrayal, reaches her breaking point. She confronts Christina head-on, and this is not a quiet, tearful plea for understanding. This is a torrent of pure, unadulterated fury and heartbreak. Molly unleashes weeks of pent-up anguish, hurling accusations of breathtaking disloyalty and selfishness at a stunned Christina, who enters the confrontation believing she can still justify her actions as some twisted form of familial protection. Molly systematically dismantles every one of Christina's flimsy excuses, forcing her to look in the mirror and see the collateral damage of her choice: a sister left childless and a niece or nephew who will never know their family, all because Christina prioritized her new relationship's approval over her own flesh and blood. This confrontation is a point of no return, a brutal severing of a sisterly tie that has weathered countless storms but may finally be broken beyond repair, leaving both women isolated in their respective pain and forcing them to navigate a future where their biggest supporter has become their most painful wound. Amidst these two epicenters of conflict, the rest of Port Charles is buzzing with its own urgent dramas. At the Metro Court, the tension between Sonny Corinthos and Jason Morgan is a palpable, ever-present force, a dangerous game of chess where every move is scrutinized. As Drew's aggression towards Michael becomes known, Sonny's paternal instincts roar to the surface, setting him on a direct collision course with his former ally. Jason is caught in the middle, his loyalty to Sonny absolute, but his concern for Drew, the man who shares his brother's face, creating a deep and troubling conflict within him. He knows that if Sonny decides to move against Drew to protect Michael, the consequences will be catastrophic for everyone involved, and he may be the only one who can prevent an all-out war. Meanwhile, Nina Reeves watches the unfolding corporate drama with a keen, interested eye from her position at Crimson, seeing not just chaos but opportunity, while Carly, ever the protector, circles the wagons around Michael, her hatred for Drew solidifying into granite as she prepares to fight fire with fire. Over at the hospital, the mystery of Jason's memories, or lack thereof, continues to perplex and worry Elizabeth Weber and Hamilton Finn, who are conducting their own quiet investigation into the specifics of his amnesia, growing increasingly suspicious that the gaps in his story are less a medical anomaly and more a deliberate construction. And on the periphery, Tracy Quartermain observes the battle for Aurora with a mix of horror and shrewd calculation, perhaps seeing a chance to reassert the Quartermain family's dominance in a company that bears their name, while Lois Chirulo provides a much-needed voice of reason and levity, even as she worries for her friend Olivia and the stability of the entire extended family. This week is a masterclass in escalation, where personal vendettas clash with business acquisitions and sisterly love is sacrificed at the altar of romantic validation, promising that the final days of August will leave every relationship tested, every alliance questioned, and the entire canvas of Port Charles irrevocably changed.